and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, September 7th, show number 297.
Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, and Cory McCaughey.
Oh, yeah, that guy. I forgot. He's here, too. Yeah, the Beard. The Beard's joining us in the studio. So, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming up tonight, including Dennis Whisman Sr., the Rebel.
Yeah.
Picked up a figure 8 win at Flat Rock.
Fresh out of retirement.
I have to ask him how many times that's going to happen. And then we got some big news on the Showdown series. Yeah. Cory McCaughey coming up a little bit later.
It's going to be a good deal.
So, and there's big prizes.
Yeah. I wonder how long it'll be before other tracks ask to be involved.
That's the plan.
That's the plan. We'll find out. Coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter from the John Young Racing for First Responders, Dave Kemmer's studio. Also, tonight, we're going to be giving away, these guys are back again, our DCR graphics window stickers. Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers.
Yeah, I need one of those before I take off out here.
Yeah. You better enter hashtag DCR to win.
Oh, okay.
We'll put that right there. So you got time, sometime tonight in the comments, just put hashtag DCR in the comments, and then we're going to do a drawing. You can do it on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on either platform, either one will work. If you're on Twitter, it doesn't work on Twitter for some reason, so you have to switch over to Facebook. But you got plenty of time if you want that window sticker. And they're only $5 if you don't win. You can get them from DCR Graphics. We'll give you that number here in a little bit, and it'll be scrolling at the bottom of your screen right there. And if you do slap one of those on your race car or race truck, you'll be included in the Hammer Down Racing Army, and we'll we'll report your results each week as long as you let me know. So we've got a few of those to cover.
Regular listener Dave picked his up last week.
Regular listener Dave?
Yep.
Okay.
the two-timer last week.
Oh, yeah. He won pizza, too.
He did. Yeah, I'll bet he's already had it, too.
Oh.
That is good.
He didn't
pizza.
Share? It is, yeah.
It's good. Their cheese bread's banging, too.
That's the owner of the P-51 truck, Cory.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be giving away some Big D's Pizza as well, with how many coming up, and also determined our winner from last week. Before we get things started here, remind you that Ron Miller Race Cars, one of our sponsors. They even deliver things. Did you bring that thing that you're supposed to deliver, or no? Do I got to go get it?
There's something long and black in the trunk of my car if you want to check it out.
Wow. Now it's a party.
I have no comment on that, but give Ron a call anyways, 734-856-7223 for a good time, or race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, drive shafts, or whatever.
That's it.
I got to paint that white, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Great. Also, Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race, back in action this weekend after taking last weekend off for the fair. Make sure to follow them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know what gets posted on there, but they do have a TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't either, so.
I have one because people would send me TikToks, and it was a pain in the butt to go watch whatever they're trying to send. So it just made things easier. It's a waste of time. You find yourself there for an hour for no reason. Just
okay. Yeah. This weekend, a full show of late models, Sportsman, Dominator, Super Stocks, and Compacts coming up in a few weeks. We have the Showdown series on September 30th, and then it'll be at Fremont on that following Friday. More details on that coming up with all the latest breaking news on that, because Cory's going full throttle here the next, 3 weeks now?
Oh, yeah.
Just a little over 3 weeks away?
Yeah.
All right. Also got to mention DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, and Freeze Frame Photos. Make sure to sponsor or to support all of our sponsors. They make the show go. So let's go over some stuff that happened this past
Racing Roundup.
Speedway Park. It was the Attica Ambush this past weekend with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Kerry Madsen picking up the win Friday night. Devin Shields in the late models. Saturday, Zeb Wise winning the $12,000 to win. That was the highest paying All-Star race in Attica history.
Did you watch McFadden's race at all?
I did not.
On Friday. It was pretty fun to watch, and a great post-race interview.
Okay. You mean Madsen?
Madsen, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was a little confused. Paul Weaver. Yeah, Paul Weaver, the guy that always wins 305s on Saturday night there. Flat Rock Speedway. Kyle Worley picking up the school bus figure eight. Have you ever done a school bus figure eight? Have they ever asked you to do it? Would you do it?
I absolutely would. Okay. Figure eights are so fun, man. That's just like it's a different kind of rush, I guess you would say.
Okay. Greg Hunter won the boat race. Dave Lambert, the flagpole race, and our guest here in just a little bit, Dennis Whisman Sr. won the figure eight feature coming out of retirement. You said it looked like he ran 6 races though this year.
Really?
When I looked up the points, it said 6 events.
I guess that would be like semi-retired.
Yeah, part-time. He's a part-time racer. Like you said, a lot of guys are going part-time because they can't afford to go full-time. Butler Motor Speedway. Oh, I forgot. Brad Turner won the factory stock feature. Kenyon Knight, the street stock A there at Flat Rock. Butler on Saturday night. Tyler Rankin, former guest on the show, won the 410 feature. Robbie Henderson won the mods. I don't know why I have Robert Henderson.
Must have stole the feature.
He must have, yes. Bronson Means won the street stock feature there, and Austin Stone the 4-cylinders. Eldora Speedway Sunday night. That was a late night. They started very late.
Scott, by the way, that Bronson Means is the guy that you beat to the checkered flag.
I'm aware of that. I have a picture of it right over there.
Oh, so. Very good.
Ricky Weiss won the late model feature in the Baltus Classic on Sunday at Eldora. Jeff Kaz picking up the win in the modifieds. And Jeremy Creech won the Super Stock feature after Tyler Dietz did not pass post-race inspection. I guess there's a lot of rumblings that he shouldn't have passed pre-race inspection.
He shouldn't have passed the state line, dude. That thing was illegal.
Lernerville car, I believe, is where he normally races.
I was down there,
I've heard bits and pieces of that.
I seen the car. It was not even close. It was
closer to a late model?
It was a modified.
Oh, that's right.
It was a modified, basically.
With some sheet metal on it.
Yeah, it just had some fenders, but it was not even close.
Well, and neither was the finish.
So. Could tell.
Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series Saturday night. Ricky Thornton Jr. picking up the $15,000 to win at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Sunday, Jonathan Davenport winning the Hillbilly 100 at Tyler County Speedway. That was a $30,000 win because he needs the money.
Yeah,
did you see his car for the World?
It's good looking.
Yeah, the green and black and white.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty sharp looking. World of Outlaw, NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars running Skagit Speedway this past weekend. Thursday night, Sheldon Hodenshield picking up the win. Friday was Rico Abreu. Saturday, Brad Sweet picking up the $26,000 win there. And then Monday at Grays Harbor Raceway, Logan Schuhart picking up the win. World of Outlaw, Case Construction Late Model Series Friday. Brandon Shepard picking up the win at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Saturday, Bobby Pierce picking up the win at Deer Creek Speedway. Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions action, Tri-City Motor Speedway. Wait, that might be old. Never mind. Ignore that because they were at Attica.
We can do that.
Yeah. Arkham Menard Series, Jesse Love picking up his 9th win of the season at DuQuoin State Fairgrounds on Sunday. Also Sunday, Alex Pillow winning at Portland International Raceway, and that clinches a series championship for him, even though they have one more race left. They don't do the playoffs like NASCAR does. They're kind of the old school points, aren't they? So, NASCAR action this past weekend. Denny Hamlin picking up the win at Darlington, and then on Saturday in the Xfinity Series. And he's not a real popular driver anymore, is he?
No, he's alienated a few folks.
Yeah. And then Kyle Larson picking up the win in the Saturday night. Jerry Bowersock took the checkered flag in the late model feature there. It was first time they've run late models, I believe, since the Summer Nationals show there.
Right.
Last year or the year before, whenever that was. Devin Shields finished second there. Rusty Schlenk finishing third. Last week's guest, Cap Henry, led all 30 laps to take the Fast on Dirt victory in Sunday night's Pete Jacobs Memorial at Wayne County Speedway. And our Hammer Down Racing Army results. I believe we have a lot of cars that did not race this weekend due to Oakshade being canceled. So I have no report for Kurt Dickey, John Young. Bolton Colton Cox, though, in his go-kart up there at Palmyra, finished in 5th. I think that was a little disappointing for him. Usually he's up in the podium finish.
Oh, yeah.
They put a new body on that cart, from what I remember.
Yes, and, I saw the picture of that.
People have a hard time adjusting running a nose and then taking the nose off and running open nose because they don't have the confidence that they once did. So
Really? So it's
Yeah.
not a handling thing. It's more of a mental thing.
Yeah, it's very much a mental thing, especially with the youngsters, man. With all the ones that I've
makes
worked
sense.
with, at least. Yep.
Dale Cole Jr., Gary Cole, both no reports, as well as Grayson and Del Warner. Karen Van Pelt, though, another fifth place finish there in the box stock heavy up at Palmyra. And, that's it for this week's edition of the Hammer Down Army results. Again, all you got to do is get one of these stickers, slap it on your car, and you can be part of the Hammer Down Army. It's that easy. DCR Graphics, give them a call. If you don't win one of these stickers, you can buy one. Call Dale Cole anytime, day or night. He doesn't matter. He doesn't mind. Well, he might. It's
kind of like Ron Miller race.
Yeah, it's kind of like Ron. I just kind of threw him in that same boat. But no, you can text him, call him, whatever. 419-308-9523. $5 for the window stickers, but he does all kinds of things. He does full wraps. He does banner stickers, die cast, that car sitting up there on top of the monitor. Pretty much, if you can think of it, he can do it. Put some stickers on your car, numbers if you need that. And, of course, you can order the official Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker from DCR Graphics as well, just $5. He'll mail it to you. No charge for shipping, or he'll just bring it to the racetrack.
I wonder if he could make like a full-sized Hammer Down Racing Report sticker that would like fill up the quarter panel on your race car.
I bet you he would.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Sure. Do you have room on your quarter panel?
Maybe.
Well, there you go. Check him out.
Last year's body, and it still looks really good.
Call or text Dale at DCR Graphics, 419-308-9523. Check him out on Facebook at DCR Graphics. And, I believe we have our guest calling. Shall we answer this? Hammer Down Racing Report.
Dennis Whisman calling here, looking for Scott Hammer.
You're speaking to Scott, Ron, and Cory McCaughey's here with us, too. How's it going?
Cory McCaughey, hot dog.
What's up, dude?
Got the superstars in there tonight, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Just you, man.
Well, now we have all of them because you're on the phone.
Good evening, Dennis.
Hey, how you doing, Ron?
Good, buddy.
First, want to congratulate you on your win Saturday night.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So we were kind of talking at the beginning of the show here. Are you retired? You're part-time? What exactly are you?
You know what? I retired, and I said I wasn't going to race no more, but then we got another car. They're letting us run V8s now, so we're kind of experimenting with the V8. So my son's running the V6, and I've been messing with the V8 car here and there. And I tuned it up a little too much and broke it. So end of the year, the last race is a non-points race. So the boy said, here, drive my car. And I said, I don't want to drive your car. He said, go ahead. So I drove his car.
So you drove the 6-cylinder and one in the 6-cylinder.
Yep, the V6, yeah. And right now, the way they got the rules, the V6s are just faster right now. So it's going to take a little work and I don't know what they're going to have to do to make the V8s more competitive. Because them little V6s got a little snort to them.
Yeah, I think that goes clear back to the Royce Cornett days.
Well, yeah. He used to run Royce Cornett. Bill Steinhilber used to run them V6s in the late models, and they were just wicked fast. So they're just going to have to figure out. They're going to have to get a good rules package to make the V8s more competitive. I mean, there's one or two of them that are pretty fast, but they're they could be better.
You think maybe it's the additional weight on the front end?
That's what I was going to add. I didn't realize there's different rules then if you have the V8.
Well, yeah, it's going to be more, but truthfully, the V6s, we're constantly running them with a half a tank of fuel because they got too much rear weight. So, I mean, it kind of evens out. I mean, I had that V8 car; it had the exact same weight percentage as the V6. It's just the power difference because they only let you run a 2-barrel and stock exhaust, 2-inch exhaust on that V8, and that V6 got a big 4-barrel and 2.5-inch exhaust. So,
was there a CID?
It definitely makes a difference. Well, it's like it's 355. It's the same rule as their street stock motor.
Gotcha.
I really don't know much about it because I really haven't messed with it. I had a crate motor in that one car, and I'm gonna do a little more research and see what I can do. I think if we go too big, I think it's gonna make it. I think you need a smaller motor. I don't know yet. So after getting in that bad fast number 2 car, that V8 needs a lot of work.
So you're still dedicated to the V8 and trying to figure that out.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm basically just testing and tuning that. I just got to drive the fast car one night, and like I told my son, I said I had the fastest car and I started on the pole. I was supposed to win.
Pretty certain you're not retired anytime soon, right?
Nah, it's not fun. I mean, I have fun watching them, but when I get in them, it's a lot of fun. So,
I understand.
Yeah.
So how many times did you end up running this year?
Well, I ran that V8 car probably 4 or 5 times. I missed a week in between because I was working on it. And then the last time I ran it, I put a new cam and stuff in it. It was pretty fast. And then I broke a rod, so I parked it. And that was about mid-season when I stopped running that.
Okay. So
I basically just kind of helped him all year. And I would, you're sitting watching the car and you watch it, and I'm sitting there thinking, boy, it don't look like it pulls all the way down the straightaway, or it doesn't look like it turns very good. Well, after I drove it, it does pull all the way down the straightaway, and it turns really good.
So
my son just a little smoother than I am.
Why wasn't Junior behind the wheel of that this week or this past weekend?
Yeah, he just asked me if I wanted to drive it, and I said, yeah, I'll drive it. And then I said, no, I don't want to drive it. He goes, nope, you're driving it. You're driving it. So,
too late.
Yep.
You said yes.
He drove a bus, and I drove the figure 8 car. So,
have you driven the buses before? Figure 8 bus?
Yeah, I used to drive the buses. They won't let me drive them no more. I said I tear them up too much.
Well, isn't that the whole point?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
I guess that's why
to make the crowd to make the crowd scream and have a good time and tear them up. That's what I did.
Were you good at laying them over?
Oh yeah, I can put them over too. There was one day there I hit 3 guys and rolled them over, and then I rolled mine over right at the end. So the people got their fun out of the night.
I remember the first time I went to one of those school bus figure 8s was the one that Ken Schrader, the first one he was in, and
Schrader.
and in the interview afterward, it was at Toledo Speedway. He's like, man, those guys are a bunch of assholes out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought the same thing too. I was in there for that race he ran, and I was back there racing with him, and I'm like, this is Ken Schrader. I gave him plenty of room, and he went up between 2 buses, and they sandwiched him and slammed him and knocked him up. I'm like, man, don't these guys know that's Ken Schrader? But they definitely wore him out.
So you were nice to him?
Oh yeah, I was. Ken Schrader's a good guy. He's always been a good dude.
Yep.
But I think that's kind of part of the fun, though. I mean, he obviously came back and's been doing it a few more times. So,
right.
So, as far as the fun factor goes, which is more fun, the regular figure 8s or the school bus figure 8s?
The regular figure 8.
Okay. Well,
and you want to get technical? If you're going to get technical, the regular figure 8 at Toledo Speedway. That's where I grew up. That little tiny racetrack. God, I love racing figure 8s there. It is so much fun.
what makes that more fun than Flat Rock?
I don't know. It's just at Toledo, you're like always on top of the wheel. You're always driving. You're always running hard. At Flat Rock, you got a little more time to breathe and stuff like that. But Toledo is just, I raced there. I raced there 10 years before I ever went to Flat Rock. So
when did you start running figure 8s?
1982.
Okay.
Holy moly.
That was
82.
That was a while ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Just a few years ago. And
I ran a couple races in 81 and 80, but I wasn't really old enough, so we don't want to talk about that.
Well, and the cars, I mean, how is there anything that's similar in today's figure 8 cars that were, say, the 80s figure 8 cars? Absolutely nothing. Okay.
There is nothing I can go at the junkyard and buy. I mean, other than engine blocker heads on my figure 8 car today. Everything. I mean, back then I used to buy everything from a junkyard.
Now they're kind of special. How much more expensive is a figure 8 car today than it was back in the 80s?
Definitely a lot more expensive. You knock a wheel off, you're $1,200 if you knock a wheel off. Wow. Each corner. Before you used to go to the junkyard and get another A-frame, another spindle, and bolt it all back together, and it cost you $40.
So what do you think of the current status of figure 8 racing at Toledo and Flat Rock? Do you think prices have gotten out of hand and the car counts have gone down because of that?
Yeah, yeah, the car counts are down. I think it may have something to do with price, cost. I don't know. We need cars, man. I mean, we need more cars. I know there's cars sitting there and not running them. I'm thinking it must be the cost of tires, all that. And I really don't have a solution. I wish I did. Because I used to love racing, starting with 26, 28 cars.
Yeah, that was always crazy. I mean, the action starts eating up at the intersection after like 3 laps.
Right.
John Young wants to know if you have any plans on running the Speedrome or any big end of the season races.
Actually, we're getting ready to go and run Paynesville Speedway here. on the 30th of September.
Is that with your car or?
No, that's with the Outlaw car.
Outlaw car, okay. But whose Outlaw car? Is it your Outlaw car?
My brother Joey owns it.
Okay.
I'm getting called to the bowling alley, man. I hate to cut you short.
Well, that's all right. Well,
you want to talk to Junior for a second?
Sure, we can talk to Junior.
There you go.
He's gonna go throw a couple.
Hello.
Hi.
Dennis Whisman Jr.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Talk about being thrown under the bus.
Right.
Not the school bus figure eight though, but you did that this week. How'd you end up doing in that?
I flipped it. I think I ended up completing like 7 or 8 laps, and then I went over on my passenger side.
So it
felt like a parachuter stuck in a tree. You go on your passenger side, you really ain't got nothing to lean your body on, so you're just hanging there.
So, but isn't that the goal though? Is to roll those over, or do you actually try and race to win?
Well, most of the times, I mean, obviously the first couple times that I was in it, I was trying to race. I was racing for a trophy. I wanted a trophy, but now it's kind of just all fun. I want to flip it. I think it's a big adrenaline rush.
Doesn't that pay more?
$100, yep. And that extra $100 flip it.
Yep. How'd you end up in the points this year?
Second in points. I was 40 place away from Vanderhoof. Vanderhoof was a champion this year. 40 or 45 points away from first.
Yep, 21-15 for Vanderhoof, and you had 20-70.
Yep, 45.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't do that math. I just throw out the numbers and let somebody else do the math. So what is your opinion between the V6s and V8s running the figure eights?
My opinion, I've never really drove a V6. The whole time I've been driving, I had that V6 in my car, and I mean, I really like it a lot, power-wise. Yeah, that's what I'll say, V6.
Okay. Now, are you running any of the big shows, the outlaw shows?
That Paynesville race coming up in the end of the month. We were talking about taking my car down there because last year, my brother-in-law, Bryce Thompson, he took his down there, and I mean, he ran pretty good and stayed out of trouble down there. It looked like a lot of fun. We were talking about taking my car down there yet, but not all in play yet, though.
Gotcha. Now, you guys are bowling tonight, right? I thought you bowl on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays this year.
Gotcha. So you're bowling
Tuesday at Jugs. Tuesday at Jugs and Thursday at Flat Rock.
Who's the better bowler between you and your dad?
Oh, for sure, my dad.
Who's the better racer between you and your dad?
Oh, for sure, my dad.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
It's all about laps.
Yes, and he has probably a million of them.
Okay. So what's the plans for next year for you guys? Are you going to run for the championship once again?
Yep, probably. Yep. Hopefully, me and my dad both. Hopefully, we're going to do a little bit of work to that his V8. Hopefully, we'll be battling for a championship next year.
Battling each other, maybe.
Hopefully, yes.
Now, how much do you guys help each other out with each other's cars?
Oh, all the time, all the time. I'm on over there during race season almost every day, helping them, texting them, make sure everything's good. Waking up early Saturday morning, making sure we load the race cars together. We're both here for each other.
Gotcha. Now, what would you consider your most memorable win?
My most memorable win, probably the start of this season. I had a baby over the winter. Well, I want to say over the winter, it's 2 weeks before racing started, and my first win of the season, and having him come down victory lane and having my dad and everyone there, it's a pretty awesome moment.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that, Dad.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Is the little one going to be a future figure eight racer too?
I hope so. We're going to push for it.
All right. How many years until is it a girl or a boy?
A boy.
How many years till you get him in a car?
Well, you start racing at Flat Rock when you're 14. He's 4 months now, so
about 14 years.
About 14 years.
Okay.
Go-karts.
Hopefully, go-karts before then.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, are you bowling too? We don't want to keep you from your bowling.
Yep, I'm actually up right now. You want to pass the phone back to my dad?
Sure, we'll wrap things up with him.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep, nice
Thanks,
talking to you,
Dan.
Junior.
Nice talking to you.
Yep.
How's it going?
Pretty good. What'd you bowl?
Nine spare.
Okay.
First frame or shadow balls?
Oh no. We're in seventh frame. Seventh
all
frame.
right.
Seventh frame.
So
Planes are a little different here. They're kind of oily up here. They don't hook as good as jugs.
we'll wrap things up here quick so you can get back to your bowling. Over the years, who would you consider, your arch nemesis, I guess?
Cory McCaughey.
You know what? I had a lot of guys that I looked up to, but the one guy that I used to race hard with all the time is Robbie Love. I mean, it seems like when I got in my swing, he was in his swing, and we were both just fast every week. And
I figured you were going to come out with Denny Pace.
No, Denny Pace is a little before my time. I caught him and Chuck Hall and Bob Stute kind of at the end of their careers. Bob was still racing, but Chuck and Denny Pace were just kind of dibbling here and there. I raced kind of hard with Bob Stute, but Robbie Loving, I mean, me and him, we went at battle for like 10 years now. It seemed like every picture I got taken of my car, they handed to me. He was either right in front of me or right behind me. I swear, every time I go to the bathroom, I run into him in the bathroom.
Is he at the bowling alley too?
No, he's not bowling.
We asked Junior this, but what would you consider your most memorable win of your career?
Man, that's I'm gonna tell you what here. Yeah, there's a few of them. We had couple 100 lappers at Flat Rock, and actually the biggest one for me was there was a race this year when Dennis ran at Flat Rock, and we had a 50 lapper the next week, and we're only allowed 2 tires, so I told him I'm not putting the new tires on. I'm gonna save them for next week, and he went out with old tires and went out and held off the best of the best and won the feature that night. That was big, man. That was huge.
That's pretty cool.
Brought a tear to my eye. He did a hell of a job.
And when was that?
That was this year. That was probably in July of this year. Yes.
Well, all right then. So what's in the future for Dennis Whisman Jr. Sr.? Keep these guys straight. He said you guys are gonna probably get that V8 hooked up and then both go for a championship next year.
That's the plans. Hopefully, we'll see how that works out.
All right. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Royal Truck and Trailer, Martin Tire. Portable Transmissions. All those guys, man. We just appreciate the help from everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. All right, Dennis. So when's your next race? Is it going to be that Paynesville deal?
September 30th, Paynesville, Ohio, Paynesville Speedway.
Gotcha. And then you're done for the year, or you got anything else?
I think we're probably done for the year after that.
Awesome.
Get a stock car together for the 6th.
Run some dirt.
Yeah, bring it over to get you something with a stock clip and come over to Fremont on the 6th.
I ain't got nothing with a stock clip, man. I'm sorry.
Ron might be able to help you out.
Hey, you guys have a good one, man. I'll probably see Ron Tuesday.
Yes, you will, sir.
All right, it's been a pleasure, and again, congratulations on that win, and good luck at Paynesville.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. You guys have a good one.
Thanks for your time, Dan.
All right, bye.
Dennis Whisman Sr. and Jr. Surprise guest tonight on the show. So that was fun.
I think we just bought an old school figure 8 car with a stock front club.
There you go.
Bought it for parts.
Got a month to get it ready.
Yeah.
3 weeks, whatever. Speaking of getting cars ready, make sure you have Dominator Race products on your car. Ultimate body panels are now in stock. They have late model and mod panels available, hoods, fillers, doors, quarters. Do they do stuff for trucks too?
I've got their spoiler on my truck.
Okay.
And I believe their wheel covers as well.
You can order direct from DominatorRaceProducts.com.
They got a truck nose?
Yeah.
Dominator does?
Oh, not Dominator. I'm sorry. Duh.
I would have bought it. A Dominator had
Yeah.
one. I like to support local as much as I can.
We'll have to talk to Bentley.
Yeah.
Get some Dominator truck noses there. DominatorRaceProducts.com, or you can call them at 419-923-6970. And they're also, Dominator Race Products are available from local reputable race shops and also Romular Race Cars.
That's us.
Yeah. There you go. Also, don't forget to contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lane, custom magnets, canned koozies, These guys, here, let's turn this camera off and get this out of here. We'll get the close-ups going here. There we go. This thing, it's a can koozie for your car.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. It's got the little...
And it's got a little notch so you can get it out of the out of the cup holder.
And you can put any picture you want on there. They have all kinds of cool little custom deals like that. And they're also taking orders for the 2024 calendars where you can pick at least 13 of your favorite photos. I think there's a cover one, so it might be 14 because it goes from January to January 2025.
I wonder if Charlie could split a page, too. I don't know.
He probably could. I think they have that technology. You mean like have half of the picture one thing and the other half?
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
I think he can do that. Charlie has that technology. Give him a call at 419-476-9978. Freeze frame photos, special moments, frozen in time. You can also check him out at Oakshade Raceway on Saturday nights. And he brings a lot of his pictures there. Before we start talking...
Get to our next guest.
Showdown series, let's knock out a little bit of racing news here.
Latest racing news.
I don't know if have you guys heard of Tyler Popsicle?
Yeah.
Popsicle. He died unexpectedly.
Why?
A week ago Tuesday. I haven't gotten the details on it, but modified stock car driver Tyler Popsicle died unexpectedly last Tuesday. His boss felt something was wrong when he didn't report to work, and he called his emergency contact, but it was too late. They found him dead. The Worthington, Minnesota native was 32.
Wow.
No other details I could find on that. I saw that. I was like, I remember watching him. He was running modifieds pretty good.
With the Summer Nationals.
Yeah, I think that might have been where and I remember he's got that unique name too.
Right.
So sad news there. Longhorn Chassis has signed a multi-year agreement with Shepherd Riggs Racing and co-owner driver Brandon Shepherd. Were you up for that too? Were you going to get that drive?
No, that's just such a swing here recently, man. Like not so recently, but like all the stuff that's happening. Yeah.
Shepherd is set to become the driver of the Longhorn house car. Shepherd previously drove the house car for Rocket Chassis. For 2023 season, Shepherd returned to race full-time for his own team, along with the switch to Longhorn. Tim McCready is the current house car driver for Longhorn. He captured the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series title in 2021 and 2022. This weekend, Shepherd will drive Kevin Rumley's Longhorn development car, the World 100 at Eldora. Isn't that the car that, or at least the team that Kyle Larson drives for?
The 6 car,
That's what I thought. Okay. Denny Hamlin, everybody's favorite racer. He's signed a multi-year extension with Joe Gibbs Racing, keeping Hamlin as the driver of the number 11 Toyota. Their team announced on Monday. John Hunter Nemechek is set to return to NASCAR Cup Series.
Really?
Yeah, after a new deal was signed with Legacy Motor Club. Nemechek previously ran full-time in the Cup Series back in 2020. He drove for Front Row Motorsports, picking up a career best of 8th. A few weeks ago, the driver of the 42, Noah Gragson, was suspended by NASCAR and suspended by Legacy Motorsports.
Like forever.
Yeah, and that progressed into Gragson being let go, opening up a seat for 2024. Now John Hunter Nemechek will drive that number 42 full-time in Cup Series action next year. Starting at Bristol next week, Xfinity Series will have a change in their inspection policy. Previously, you had up to 3 failed attempts at inspections before the race, and that would result in a crew member being ejected. So if you failed the third time, you get ejected. A crew member gets bye-bye for the weekend. They decided that they were having too many of those failed inspections. So now you get 2. Really 1, but if you fail the second time, then a crew member is getting ejected for the weekend. So, more rule changes there.
Crew member of your choice?
I don't know. I just said crew member, so I'm not entirely sure exactly which one. So, and that's all the racing news that's fit to print. Again, a reminder, #DCR in the comments for your chance to win a Hammer Down Racing Report window decal courtesy of DCR Graphics. And we'll be giving away some pizza, Big D's Pizza, with how many coming up as soon as we talk to Cory McCaughey, who is our featured guest here. So we're going to blow him up here, give him the big screen. Nope, that's wrong. Nope,
he wants to see this face.
There you go. That's not Cory? There's the beard. Cory McCaughey joining us in the studio, and last year, give us a little history of the Showdown. It wasn't a series last year, but of the event that you put together, and then kind of what's going to be happening this year with it.
Yeah, last year. So we were at Fremont for the fair race, and they had added this. It just said truck race on for the fall festival. So it was
originally going to be just
trucks. And I went to the one of the guys at the fair board, and I said, well, why don't you add like stock cars from Oakshade to this deal? You know, do you want 15 trucks, or do you want like 30 trucks and cars? And he's like, why don't you put something together for me?
Why don't you do the work?
I'm like, all right, not a problem. I know people over there, because he's not real familiar with stock cars and stuff. So, started picking up the phone, making calls, and talking to people. And next thing you know, 48 vehicles showed up.
A little bit more than the 30
that, we had kind of, I said, you'll get 30. Like,
how much did that pay last year?
I think Jamie walked away with $1,800 after it was $1,500 to win, but he got some contingencies and stuff. So it was a little over 18, somewhere in there. I don't remember the exact number, but
spoiler alert, this year's gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah,
sorry.
we're already, and that's we're very fortunate to have some of the people that entrust with the situation and everything else. So, I got something itchy in there. I don't know if a bug flew in there or what, but no. So here in the off season, or shortly before the season started, Oakshade had reached out and asked me if I'd help organize another race just like that at Oakshade. So, after some talking back and forth with Pam and them over there, we decided that it would be best off to just organize a series of sorts and to put something on over there. We had come up with a purse minimum, and it was going to be $750 to win, just like at Fremont. Fremont originally started at $750 to win. They're okay with that over there. We have since secured a series sponsorship for the whole deal. So now I'm going to take some of that money and put some on the top and put some down through the field.
Who is that series?
That would be KC Engineering. Okay. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. My former truck owner and major sponsor, Mark and his dad over there, they are large backers of me. They enjoy, doing that stuff. His dad sits in the basement and watches my in-car stuff, man, and it just he loves it. So, his basement isn't just like a basement; it's like a really nice bar and like a lounge area down there. So,
and in case people don't know, you are a regular dirt truck driver at Fremont.
Yeah. So
in your free time,
yeah.
And in your other free time, you're a promoter.
Yeah, or racing go-karts, or just whatever.
Or promoting go-karts.
Or promoting go-karts like we did over at Gumby's a couple weeks ago, which was pretty cool. That turned out really well. But yeah, we do race car stuff almost every day. Like, I'm sure the missus gets a little fed up with it, but she enjoys date night too. So, yeah. So now it's the Oakshade show is going to be $1,000 to win, and I can't stress this enough that we're not trying to step on the spectacular whatsoever. I don't want to like put that in a shadow or do anything of that nature. I want these events to be held.
Two separate events.
Very much so. Very much so. I like old school things. I like the way things are done mostly. The spectacular is something I'll never run as a truck driver ever again, because they don't like outsiders coming in like at all. And I was reminded of that about every set of corners I went in. So
it wasn't by me.
No. It was by vehicles that were much rougher than yours.
Okay.
So we know better than to come and try to take the money over there. So
last year at Fremont, the trucks and the cars were extremely competitive.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be the same way at Oakshade?
Yeah. So the rules package that we had released, we kind of opened them up a little bit with allowing specifics without gaining anybody a performance advantage, because we felt like the rules were even. Like if you looked at the top 10, even with the disqualification of the number 8, it was 5 and 5. 5 trucks, 5 5 cars in the top,
the top 10.
I don't know how more even it can be. Like,
And that was running home track rules.
mostly. There was some minor concessions made, like with ignition systems. I think that was about it last year. This year we've opened it up a little bit more to include like the DTTS trucks.
The
dirt track truck series, the 4-cylinders.
Okay.
Because, simply because there was a couple of guys that talked a lot of smack and said that they could beat these stock cars. Well, here's your opportunity.
Show us.
Come show us how fast your 4-cylinders. And you know what, man? I know some of these 4-cylinders can put out like 400 horse. I know they can be fast. So I would personally like to see that. And there might be a bonus that is put up for like the highest finishing banger truck. So, you know, and the same with like so we were looking back and forth on stuff, and I kept seeing Tony Burns running these Ace Series or the All-American Iron, which are these
At Sandusky.
Yeah, Sandusky, like Painesville or something,
Okay.
Canton or something or other.
Yeah.
I forget where that's at. Where these are just like Firebirds, Mustangs, Camaros, Magnums, Chargers.
Stock frame cars.
Stock cars.
Okay. Like these are what factory stocks used to be.
So kind of like the what is it?
You're losing me here.
I
bud.
know cop cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Charger.
No, the old ones, the Fords, Crown Vics.
Crown Vics.
Crown Vics.
Yeah, like the Crown Vic
could-
at some tracks.
Could be, but
Oh, I hope we don't have any of those showing up because, boy, those guys could inflict some damage.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, they do actually fit the rule at Oakshade. If you look at the rule at Oakshade, it says any vehicle, not car, truck, or anything that's not for front-wheel drive, any American-made. So, but with like the Ace League, like they have a BMW racing, but the rule there is kind of like V6 less than whatever their liter limit is or whatever. So the only rule that is different from them in an Oakshade car is that they're fuel injected. So that's why if you look at the flyer I added, can run under your rule set because Oakshade cars are allowed to run DOT tire. These guys are, like on DOT tire. So they could basically just come off the track, show up and race and have a good time. Are they going to win? Probably not. Like you better...
But there may be a contingency for that particular kind of car.
Somebody can come up and put up $500 for the highest finish in Ace.
Well, last year there was for the factory stocks at
the Toledo
factory.
Right.
There was one I think that showed up and she got what?
She walked in.
She won more money than I did.
She got $100 just by showing up.
Yeah.
I put up $50 and then Cody Hicks put up $50 for Gabrielle. She was the asphalt.
And she had a lot of fun too.
She's the asphalt driver with the biggest set of nuts.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but
I
know what you're saying.
Maybe we can entice these guys to like kick their windshields out, maybe break out the pressure washer or something. It's. This is designed to
to be fun.
Yes, absolutely. No matter where you're running, because of the qualifying and stuff like that, you can. She said, "And I'll take it."
Take it again.
Yeah. So
thank you, Gabby.
But yeah, this is designed to you're gonna qualify, so you're gonna be running around people that are your same speed no matter what. It's however many heats there's gonna be, you're gonna qualify. We're gonna invert the top 4, and then you race your heat, and then that's gonna seed you for a B main, maybe a C main at this point. We'll see. And then that'll move you forward throughout the day. It's not going to be run, even our show at Oakshade is not going to be run like a typical Oakshade show. It's going to be run like, the B gets you into the A, like not a B feature.
It would be run kind of like what we do for the spectacular.
Right,
where we do.
right, a traditional style of...
like the late models.
Or a late model race, yeah.
Right.
So let's talk specifics here. I mean, the dates for both tracks. There's 2 races.
Yes.
You have the Saturday night, September 30th.
Yes.
I guess I have it right here. September 30th at Oakshade. That's going to be the first one.
Yep.
And that'll be part of the last night of racing there, late models and sportsmen. And
so that's also topless night.
Yeah.
So we're going to invite anybody that participates in the Showdown series can run topless that night if they would like, simply because that's cool. Like, why not?
Well, sometimes it gets hot. I like to take my shirt off.
Sure.
So.
And, my biggest sponsor of the season has been, my dear friend that passed away over the off-season, Bob Green. And we've been doing this thing saying Tits Out for Bob all season. So why not have a topless night for Tits Out for Bob?
Okay, but just for those that
It's
may
out for
take
Bob.
that literally, you can't run topless. Your person, it's your car, without a roof.
There's only 2 sheriffs. Make 3 of you. One of you is getting away.
I think you probably get disqualified for not having a fire suit.
Sure.
But the roof can come off, which is fine. But that's September 30th, and this is open for what? You got the All-American Iron
All-American
guys.
Iron, the Ace Racing League, or Ace Racing Series, DTTS, and any other dirt stock car that fits an Oakshade rule, with the exceptions that we have provided.
And the Toledo factory stocks.
Yeah,
is
they
there
can
any-
they can actually just take their car and show up.
They don't need
They
to
don't
make
even
any
need
changes.
to touch it. No.
They can run with the windshield. I've seen some people do that. Run with the
Right.
windshield. I hope it's not muddy that night.
Street stocks can do the same thing, but they would have to put on a DOT tire or dirt tire.
Okay.
And that dirt tire would have to be a H500 or a Towel City, depending. But the factory stocks run a DOT, so.
Now that we talked about the September 30th show, and then the following Friday, October 6th.
Well, before we leave that,
we'll come back.
What's the support division?
For Oakshade?
Yeah.
I don't know what the pecking order is over there yet. Like, I know that people have said that there's one over the other, but I think
if Cory
that
McCaughey has his choice.
we're going to run first. I want to run first because we're probably going to have a lot of tourists.
And there's going to be teching. You're going to be doing your group or not.
I'm probably going to be doing tech.
So there will be tech.
Simply because like the integrity of it needs to be there, and
and you did a real good job last year with that.
Unfortunately, I had to disqualify somebody. I gave him every freaking opportunity there was. Man, I don't want to do that. I personally hate tech. Hate it. I hate rules. I hate all that stuff, and I hate disqualifying because.
I think you might be a recipient of that this year, weren't you?
Yeah, by a half inch.
That was insane.
It meant nothing.
Okay.
It honestly
Anyways,
meant nothing. But yeah. So I don't want to, but I need to preserve the integrity. Like, as bad as that was to disqualify him for that. I'm trying to leave his name out just
that's fine
because, but it did set a standard, and I have to maintain that standard moving forward. So,
what about the weight disparity between Oakshade and Fremont?
there is no weight. There's no weight.
So the scales don't exist?
Scales don't exist, except for at Fremont with the late models. We're going to run UMP rule. That's going to be one of the main things that we check with the late models post-race.
All right, before we get to Fremont, sorry, I was jumping ahead too. 1,000 to win at Oakshade.
1,000 to win at Oakshade.
Any other?
Yes. Nothing has come up yet.
Okay, but you're open to
yeah,
that.
absolutely. If anybody wants to put up something
highest finishing Oakshade car, highest finishing Toledo car, highest
whatever
finishing,
money you want to throw,
whoever finishes fourth,
Cory will take.
I will absolutely work with you. We'll promote the hell out of you. And if you want to even add a race or something, I'll talk with Oakshade and see if they're open to these things. I have a little more.
I'm assuming it's probably too late for this year, but you're talking about for next year.
In regards to
races.
No, I'm saying if somebody wants to add an Australian pursuit.
You mean in
or
the night?
something,
I got you.
During the evening,
event. I got you.
Right. If somebody wants to put $400 up to run Australian pursuit.
Right. You were talking about what were some of the other the
chase race or the choose
the choose where
race.
you pull up behind somebody.
Yeah, that's a really really cool event.
Describe that again because that sounded interesting to me.
Okay, so you get your top 8 qualifiers. You take eight things, you put them in a hat. Everybody draws numbers. Number 1 versus number 2. Number 1 gets to choose the lane, low or high, and you have a match race for 2 laps. Rolling start, come off a turn 4, throw the green. Whoever number 1 is gets to roll. Whoever the winner of that race is moves on. The winner goes to the pit.
The other 6 cars are sitting in the infield.
Yeah, ready to go, vehicle running, whatever, however they want to do it. The winner of that event pulls up behind one of those other 6 cars. They choose that person to go race. They both pull onto the track. There's a match race made. The previous winner, chooses high or low. They go again until there's only one vehicle standing.
So it's kind of like a little tournament. It's like, okay,
right.
I win. I choose the next guy I want to race.
Yep, so you can choose somebody that's fast and just try to get them out of the way now, or somebody that you perceive as fast.
So how much would you expect for a race like that if somebody
probably $300 to win.
Okay,
honestly,
so
for 10 minutes of work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. And how can people get a hold of you?
My phone number's on all the flyers, but you can reach me at Facebook. I think you
got cut off on that because it printed wrong. But.
Yep. But you can reach me on Facebook. You can even Instagram. I think
it's a funny way of spelling McCaughey, too.
Yeah, it's 9 letters and all weird. But yeah, my phone number's way easier than my
right there.
last
There's
name.
Your last
yeah.
name. Did I spell it right?
Yep.
Okay.
You sure did. But yeah, it's 419-699-0404. Yeah, so that's we're open to anything, and Oakshade's pretty receptive to about anything that I've come at them with.
What was the number again?
419-699-0404. There you
go. We'll put that up on the screen here.
Yep.
Maybe.
And I'll just say this, like I'm expecting and like accepting $0 for any of this. I don't want anything.
You're not making any money on this. You're doing this for the love of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I don't. Yeah.
You're building something.
I'm trying. Okay. We all got to have something to do. So
then let's talk about the Friday night, the October 6th at Fremont Speedway, because that has some additional things.
Yeah. So late models are back for the first time. Super lates at least.
UMP rules.
UMP rules. That's going to be that's going to be a 2,000 to win show now.
For the late models.
For the late models. The late models are now 2,000 to win.
25, 30 laps.
We're looking at 20 laps, but maybe 25.
They are the support.
They
class
are 100% the support class. Okay. This show over here, I have a little.
The Showdown
more.
series will run first.
That will be the first event that is,
first heat series of heat races, first qualifying.
Yeah.
First feature.
Yep. The whole evening. So that'll, and it's throw no shade at the late models. But they've got to run for big money all season.
Yeah.
They've got to be the highlight of almost every show that they've been to. So, this is a chance for the little guy to go out and to stand on the big stage of sorts.
Their chance for the super late models to join you.
Right.
Well, and it's a chance for the late models to run at Fremont, which doesn't happen very often.
Which is pretty cool, and maybe somebody will say, hey, that's pretty cool. Maybe we ought to do it a little more.
Huh, that's kind of weird, huh?
Yeah.
So let's
talk. It's been the first time since, I think 2017 or 18.
It's been a long time.
Since the ethanol series was there. I think that was the last one.
Yeah, I ran those. So
right, and those rules will be basically just UMP with like 2s, 3s, 4s. We're also going to allow 20s, 30s, 40s just because there
was no expiration date on 20s, 30s, 40s.
Right, and I'm sure there's some guys sitting around that are going to be looking at next year like nobody's going to let me run these things or anything like that. So
there you go. October 6th at Fremont Speedway.
Yeah.
So the the trucks and
the Showdown.
The Showdown guys.
Showdown. Yep. That is 2,100 to win because
that's pretty huge. Wait, that's breaking news. So 2,100 to win. Yeah. That's up from last year's purse by quite a bit.
That's already up $600 from last year, like today.
So we need to get some sponsors to step up for Oakshade, which right now it's at 1,000, but that could go up, right?
We're working on that.
Okay.
And how's the payback from that 2,100?
We're working on a 200 to start.
Okay.
So
wow.
And I'm talking both divisions. Like we're really working towards that. Like, I don't see why that won't happen, but don't hold me to it just yet. Like, and because I don't like top heavy. Like I've seen other tracks that pay like 1,000 to win, and
Dolly
it's like
Parton purses.
Yeah, very top heavy.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll get like 180 for second or something. That's bullshit. Just to put it bluntly, that's just bullshit. You should not do that. That's should be illegal. Like,
okay.
Honestly, yeah. But yeah.
So what sponsors do you have? That you can promote right now. Give them their money's worth.
So, I honestly have it's Black Swamp Heating and Air and Casey Engineering is who I've secured in my possession currently, and they've both been very
very liberal
helpful
with
helpful at this point in time with
liberal with their funding.
they really like this situation. I would also like to say that Fremont Speedway and Oakshade Speedway have been very liberal with their funding as well. They have a lot of faith in what this is bringing. So
and on top of this, another layer is there's a championship series.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. Yeah, so I am putting up my own stuff for a championship series that will pay $500 to win between the two shows, and that'll be a passing points championship between the two. So what we're gonna do is gonna be like $100 for or 100 points for the winner of each event, and we're gonna pay back two points per position down. But I think just because usually those the passing points do like 2 points per car passed, I think I'm gonna do 4 points just to I want to see the fast guy sandbag and try to play this little
Get the championship.
Right, to this little fun thing. So, the guy that finishes 10th could feasibly make more points than the guy that wins, just because he started 20th.
And this is strictly for the Showdown series.
This is just the Showdown series, yes. And it's going to be its own separate thing over here. There's a trophy ordered already. I'm going to fill it full of money and give it to whomever that individual ends up being.
Now, would that be awarded Friday night at the end of the night then?
Friday night.
Fremont?
So what we did last year at the end of the night, whenever everybody gets their pay underneath the main grandstand, and I stood there with, I think there was 32 envelopes with...
Yeah, you had a lot of contingencies last year.
Yeah, and I'm hoping for more this year. And we just start calling out, hey, you finished this, number 20, like everybody. Like almost everybody that walked up got like an extra $100 for something different or whatever it was that made the A main. So yeah, it was pretty cool. These things don't happen anymore. Like, so I kind of jumped on it the first opportunity I had, and we're going to keep pushing forward as hard as we can.
And who did you say was last year's winner at Fremont?
That'd be Jamie Miller in a Ron Miller truck, actually.
And he'll be at Oakshade, you think?
I would imagine so. Timmy is very very good at what he does, and I would like nothing more than that truck to be at that show. My truck will not be at either show.
Really?
No, we're not.
Conflict of interest.
I strongly...
Wait. Could it be rented?
Could it be rented?
It was actually already rented, and then I was advised that is a bad look.
Would be inappropriate?
Yeah, at this point in time, even though that my truck stands a good chance to run up front, we're just going to leave it in the garage. So
better safe than sorry.
There's bigger fish to fry than a couple bucks.
So looking ahead to next year, I mean, have you even thought about next year?
Man, I got a go-kart race to plan over at Gumby's, dude. I ain't even thought about that yet. That's in November.
Okay, assuming that everything goes great, what would you envision for next year?
I would love to
more
expand.
races?
I would love to expand.
Another
more
track.
tracks?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not adverse
Toledo
to
Speedway? I know that you love that place.
They would have to ask me.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a dirt track?
No, it does not.
Sandusky?
I love Sandusky, and they're all up for that stuff, and anybody that...
Chris would definitely go for that.
Yeah, I think so,
Talk to
too.
Chris.
I think so, too. Like, maybe, tag the tail of their,
Cavalcade?
the cavalcade.
Oh, yeah.
Like we did. We've done
A
it
couple of years
twice
ago,
now, I think.
I
Yeah, I think
forgot
we
about
won
that.
the last one, with I'm running on 7 cylinders, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was
That was
like...
a while ago, but yeah.
I'd really like some of those Wheelman guys to show up.
That'd be cool.
Big time. Because they've got some stout equipment, man. And
we talked to, I forget his name, the promoter of that series.
Will Wiggins.
Yeah, yep. Will. We talked to Will, and he was interested in trying to get a dirt track for the series itself.
Come on, man.
So this could be it.
Yeah, just come out, test, see what you like, see if you don't like it.
Will Wiggins, here's 2 chances to run your guys on dirt.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've tried multiple times to try to run my truck on Will's card, and he's just not willing.
No.
We were really close to their time at Sandusky on a dirt setup, and we were running on 7 cylinders at the time. So, I don't know. I understand.
You might end up with an Eldora situation again.
Because we're allowed stuff as dirt vehicles that they don't allow between the Burt transmissions and some other things as well. So I can understand how he's trying to preserve his own as well. I get it. So
to just wrap up here, again the Showdown series, which consists of Dominator Super Stocks at Oakshade, the Fremont Dirt Trucks, All American Iron Series, the
Ace Series. Ace.
Okay. Factory stocks. What about Lima Land? And
absolutely.
As long as they have
no bird cages.
Okay.
I am going to be teching and I am going to be looking at these things. So, don't bird cage. No spring-loaded control arms or trailing arms or anything like that.
That's on the stock cars.
On the stock cars.
Now the trucks.
They're allowed bird cages on both sides,
right.
per the rules. So.
Right.
Oh, and the Dirt Track Truck Series also.
Yep. And they can run underneath the truck rule set. So if you look, I said not just V8s. So that would mean that the DTTS trucks can run whatever they want in regards to the rear end stuff.
And if there's any questions, they can reach you at that number as well, 419-699-0404.
And that is a 24/7 hotline.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. I'm usually up later than most people, man.
So
I get about 4 hours
Jerry
of sleep.
Keyser could score a ride with one of his DTTS buddies.
He could be in
Absolutely.
Jerry Keyser
absolutely.
would be welcome?
Absolutely, man.
Oh, wow.
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Doesn't Andy King have extra trucks?
I think he does.
Yeah, I know Anderson was a little I talked to him at Eldora on Sunday and he was a little disappointed cuz he realized that his car doesn't quite fit cuz he's got birdcage on the car. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. These are the rules. There's a reason why. That's, certain things are stock cars and certain things aren't, and
It's what you showed last year made the rule package
it was
very
perfect.
equal.
It was perfect. I'm going to try to push for 25 laps at Oakshade as well, just because that's what we run. That's what we run at Fremont. I want to run that same lap count.
Make the late models run 20 laps.
I will say that the show and the procedures are probably going to be controlled by Oakshade. I don't want to go outside of their normal because that's what everybody there is used to. It doesn't make any sense.
Other than the qualifying.
Other than the qualifying, right.
Is that going to be single car qualifying, group qualifying, or is that yet to be
both
determined?
tracks are going to be group qualifying.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Last year we did do single car qualifying. That was a call made by the tower.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I wanted to run
Group
qualifying, 3 cars at a time. And they're like, it's a big show. Let's do single car. Let's give them the track on their own. I was like, you're right, man. You're right.
Corey, the thing you got to keep in mind is you could very easily wind up with 45, 50 cars.
Well, last year was 48. I'm really hopeful this year, especially with inviting more people. We're out a little further.
Single car qualifying, that could take a huge toll.
Championship available there too.
Yeah, with that too.
A lot more incentive.
I get it. We have a number in our head. We don't really talk
25 will be okay. Pam says 25 is okay for the super stock.
Thank you, Pam.
So.
Awesome.
There you go.
Love it. So, that's what we're hoping for. I really hope to pack the pits at both events. That's really the goal. Because if we can do that, then these things will keep happening.
And there could be more.
There could be more.
Yeah.
There could.
And it's fun to do at the end of the season.
Very much, man. I really enjoy the blending of stuff. We've been running the Hangover race for years. Any chance that I have to run it.
And years.
Did this kind of come about as at Millstream when they were doing the trucks and the stocks? And
I'm not gonna lie. I ran that as often as possible. I think I missed one show one time because the rear end was still bent from a wreck or something like that. So, it kind of mirrors that, but I don't want to run home track rules because that's what hurt Millstream because the guys from Southern Ohio showed up and paddled everybody's ass. Yeah. They were 3/4 or a second faster. It's just like that 00 showing up to Eldora.
Okay.
This is our home track rule. This is what we're doing. And then shows up and nobody had a chance.
So what are your predictions?
Truck wins.
Championship?
Truck wins by 3 laps.
Oakshade?
Both nights. Yeah, both nights.
Okay.
3 laps.
Yeah.
So we need some sponsors to step up at Oakshade. Let's bring that purse up.
I like the stock cars. I like what those guys are doing, but I got to be partial to my
prediction on how many vehicles at each track. Who's going to have the highest car count? Oakshade or Fremont?
I would imagine it's Oakshade simply because there are more of them. But I hope that there's just more than last year. There was 48 last year, so that's what I hope.
You're not asking for much, are you?
I just hope that there's more. You know,
do you have any idea what the times are? I know Oakshade's going to be the regular times. Gates open for racing at 7.
We're probably going to push Fremont back a little bit, seeing it starting on a Friday night. Just let people get in. And
that's good because I got to work till 5.
Right. See, exactly. That's exactly why.
Might be able to bug out a little early.
You know, and only with 2 divisions there, like we're going to try to push the show quick. But you know, we did have a large intermission last year, but we didn't have 2 divisions running either. So, do
you have any idea what general admission will be for that show?
Probably, I think it's $14 typically. This year, with it being 2 divisions and one being a late model and the higher purse, it is going to be a $30 back gate for the pits. Last year it was $20, but
I'm talking to general admission just if people want to go and watch.
Yeah, I think it's $14.
$14. Okay.
I think it's $14 at Fremont.
So,
I honestly don't really know.
Same at both.
I don't really go to the front gate often, and whenever. Yeah, okay. I do it like once a year, and it's
You're
like
not a front gate kind of guy.
Nah.
He's a back gate kind of guy.
Yeah. Oof.
All right then. So again, steering this back on track. Oakshade Raceway, September 30th for the Showdown series. That'll be
1,000 to win right now.
1,000 to win. Final show of the year at Oakshade with all the other
Topless
3 classes. Night. Yeah, and then the following Friday, October 6th, Fremont Speedway, the Showdown Series,
$2,100 to win currently,
and UMP late models, 2,000 to win.
2,000 to win.
And these numbers could go up for the
both,
Showdown
both,
Series.
Yes, and
at both tracks.
So
that's a bare. We should say $1,000 minimum to win at Oakshade.
Yeah, it's 1,000 plus. Yeah. So also the trophy, the series champ. This is the Art Ball Cup.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Art Ball's
You're not gonna have a cup, an actual cup.
Not like
a sports cup.
No, not like a utility cup.
Okay.
Like
an actual.
Yeah, the trophies.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
figured you'd be smart ass enough to do something like that.
It's about this tall.
Okay.
Or so, somewhere there.
That's
It's
cool.
got a nice wooden base on it. We're gonna put like an 01 shadowed on the plaque
for Art Ball.
Yeah, for Art Ball, and it's gonna say like the Showdown Series champ.
Is he going to be there to present it?
I hope so, but we don't know. We don't know. His health is goes back and forth from time to time. He comes out every now and again. Like they presented me with I requested the family to give me an Art Ball sticker. I wanted to put one on my truck, like a little window sticker, and he was on his way and he wasn't feeling so good, so they turned around, took him home. It was on Hall of Fame night, and they after the races brought me an Art Ball sticker, an original from like way back when.
Nice.
So, yeah, that rides on my truck now. So,
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to all this.
Late models at Fremont, topless or no?
No, not at Fremont.
Okay.
We're gonna leave that. I want to try. The goal with this show is to show them that this show can happen with fenders.
Yep.
Like you can put people in the stands with fenders, and no slight against any sprint car, modified, anything like that. I honestly really, really liked the modifieds a few years ago whenever they showed up to Fremont. I think they put on a hell of a show. But
Attica has shown that late models can be a draw too.
Absolutely.
You know, they run the 305s, 410s, and late models, and it used to be when the late models came out, people went down to get a hot dog. Not anymore.
No, right. And see, that's the thing here anymore is people understand that racing is racing. People used to do that for the trucks.
The Compacts put on super exciting racing at Oakshade. You know, everybody's gone, but the B main is usually one of the most exciting races of the night. Like these guys are insane.
Yeah, there's a derby that happens and a race kind of breaks out from time to time. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the trucks used to just be like the sideshow.
Yeah.
And and I might be a little bit of a homer saying this, but I would say that like half the time the truck race out of the 3 division, half the time the truck race is the best race of the night.
I've become a huge fan of the truck races.
Yeah, they're really, really competitive. There's about 5 guys that can win on any given night. Yeah. And the same can be said mostly for both of the sprint car divisions at Fremont. But you're not seeing everybody leave the stands after the 410s peel off anymore. So it's a lot better than it used to be. So
looking forward to both events.
Yeah, man.
And we appreciate you coming on and sharing that. We'll definitely keep the updates coming to us, and we'll we'll pass that along, and hopefully,
as purses increase,
hopefully you'll get a lot of calls after the show here.
Weekly updates.
And next week, the purse will be up to about $4,000 or $5,000 to win at each track.
That would be fantastic, man. Honestly, I wouldn't.
$2,000 to win, 4,500 for second.
Yeah. There you go. I like that.
You want to do that? If you're really tied to second place like me, like we can do that. Whatever.
Wouldn't that be interesting though? You'd see like 3 cars just kind of trying
Lock
to
the brakes up on the last lap.
I gotta get second.
Stack them up. Boom, boom, boom.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. I don't like that idea. I take that back.
But you don't get the cool trophy at the end of the night. Like
that's it.
At Fremont, they give away a 3-foot tall trophy that's got a truck and a car on top. So there's only been one of those so far. There's going to be 2 this year. So
nice. All right. Well, let's move on here because we have to get going, wrap things up. We do have a Hammer Down hotline call this week, Ron.
Really?
Yeah, I actually had to do a little bit of prep work for this. So
very good.
Here we go.
Hammer Down Hotline.
Yeah, which local late model racers are going to be racing at Eldora this week that you guys know of, so we know who to root for? I'm going down Thursday night to watch the races and stuff like that. This is Arnold Kirsch from Detroit. I watch your show all the time. You guys do a great job. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Arnold.
So,
he's a funny guy.
He's probably down there now watching, as a matter of fact. I did look at the entry list. Ron, do you know of any drivers, or should I go through
I'm not sure.
I kind of scanned through real quick. I was kind of actually surprised. A lot of the guys that were there for the Baltus Classic are going to be down there again for the World.
Scott, do you remember when a guy showed up every year with a street stock car just to say that he ran at the World?
No.
Oh, yeah.
He entered
For
a street
years.
stock as the World?
For years.
Who? What was his name?
Not a clue. Who remembers?
Apparently,
Did he
was
put
like-
late model tires on it?
No, I think he was like 10 seconds slower, but I don't know what he ran for tires, Corey, but
well, some of the local area guys, not just local, kind of regional as well. But Eldora is not that far, so it's.
no.
But Casey Noonan's going to be down there. Jeff Robertson, he was down there this past weekend. Travis Stemler is up from Michigan. He sometimes comes around here. He's going to be down. He was down there last weekend too.
I like him.
Dona Marcoulier from up in Michigan. Rab Anderzak's there. Curtis Roberts, another Michigan driver. David Ellis, he was down there this past weekend. Sportsman driver. He's running as a late model down there. Brian Ruhlman and Terry Rushlow were the just
I was going to
cruising
say,
over.
You were talking about the entire Anderzak team.
And Terry Rushlow.
Okay.
They were all alphabetical.
Okay.
So that was of the 100 entries that I happened to come across an article. Those were the ones.
They did get 100?
At least, yeah.
Oh, last I seen it was like 92 or 3 or something. Really.
Well, speaking of that, our Big D's How Many is kind of related to that. As soon as I find the right button. Here it is.
How many?
You haven't given away too many clues. So let's do last week's How Many first. Last week's How Many was how many late models, how many late models will be at Eldora on Sunday for the Baltus Classic. 39.
Kind of like this week's.
Yeah, kind of, but different. 39 was how many they had down there. You said 36. I chose 35.
I know.
So, yeah, you were a little bit closer
I had
there.
to go back and listen to last week's
you?
show. Yeah. So I think I got that one.
Our listener winner and the winner of Big D's Pizza, he has 30 days to claim it, is Dale Cole Jr.
All right.
He was the only one to pick exactly 39.
All right.
So this week's How Many, again, we're going back to Eldora, and it's tomorrow night. How many late models are going to be running tomorrow night? So, I mean, they have to qualify.
On Thursday.
On
Friday.
Today is Thursday. This would be tomorrow,
Duh.
Friday. So if there's 99 that were pre-registered, if everybody goes, it could still be 99. But there may be some that come in just on Friday that don't run Sunday. You know, there's a lot of different variables there. But 99 is probably a good starting point. And if you want a chance to win a Big D's Pizza, put your guess in our comments of our Facebook Live. You have until, we're going to wrap this one up a little early at noon on Friday. So noon tomorrow. That's Friday the what?
So that people
8th.
don't walk around and count cars.
Yeah, because I think that's when gates open tomorrow. So that's put your guess in a number, in the comments of our Facebook Live or the YouTube Live for a chance to win Big D's Pizza. We'll determine the winner next week. Ron, how many you got? What are you thinking?
108.
Well, you think they're going to go up?
Yep.
By a few. Okay. Well, Corey's here, so what? You get a shot. How many you think?
94. The old John Ivy number.
Well, then I'm going to go with 99.
Yeah, it's Dittman's number this week.
That's true. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It is,
And yes, boys, I
super
do
stock.
wear other things besides Justin Peck shirts.
But he really likes them.
I do like my Justin Peck shirts, yes.
So there you go. You have until noon on Friday. If you're listening to us on the podcast on a Friday morning, hurry up and head on over to our Facebook Live video. You'll see a bunch of numbers in the comments. That's where you can put in your guests for a chance to win a Big D's Pizza, as long as you do it before noon on Friday the 8th. Noon Eastern, that is, because we do have people listening in Australia, where it's already in the morning and over there on Friday, because they listen to us in the future.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Are you going to get it mailed? Get the pizza mailed over?
No, and they have to come pick it up. They got 30 days.
Oh, man. It's a long walk.
What were you saying, Ron?
The winner's going to be 98.
Dean says 99. Dean's usually pretty good.
Because David Keegan picked 98.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
He was a double winner. Yeah.
He's going to win again. Triple winner. Let's move on to our Big D's Pizza racing menu for this weekend.
This weekend's Big D's Pizza Racing Menu.
Everybody loves Big D's Pizza racing menu. Don't forget the hashtag DCR for that window sticker. We're going to do that drawing here pretty shortly. So last call, hashtag DCR in our, if you're listening to us live, if you're listening to us on the podcast on Spotify, you're too late. Yeah. This one's a live one. We're going to do the live drawing. Hashtag DCR in the comments. If you already did that, good. You're already in the drawing. If you haven't, you have about 4 minutes to get that done. This weekend, tonight, as a matter of fact, the start of the 53rd World 100 weekend. The Dirt Car Late Models running for a pair of $12,000 to win Twin 25 features tonight. That's probably just about getting started. Racing was supposed to start at 8, but that was also the case on Sunday night, and they didn't start racing until like 20 after 9.
Yeah, well, the Detroit Lions game is supposed to start at 8, so I'm going to be split screening.
Is that tonight? I thought that was Sunday.
No.
That's tonight?
Nope,
I'm not a
tonight.
Lions fan, I know. Okay.
Last week was terrible, man. They didn't even get like stock cars for hot laps till like 9:30 or something like that, dude. It was terrible.
Yeah, so
Terrible. I left there like 1:30 in the morning.
So probably you still have time to switch over and listen to the end of the show and not miss anything there tonight if you're not down there at Eldora. But Twin 25 features, no point in going over general admission because you've already paid if you're going.
Too late.
Friday night, a couple of tracks in action, Attica Raceway Park. It's Kistler Racing Products. John Wright's Custom Chrome Plating presents the Mark Keegan Classic Season Championship Night. I couldn't do that in one breath. AFCS 410s, $4,000 to win for them. The UMP Modifieds, $2,000 to win. That matches the Fremont purse. AFCS 305s, $1,200 to win there. Gates open at 5 at Attica. Racing is $745, and general admission $20. And then, of course, Eldora Speedway, second night of the World 100 weekend with a couple more Twin 25 features, each paying $12,000 to win. Gates, again, open at noon on Friday. That's when the guesses get cut off for this week's how many. Racing starts at 8, general admission $35 at Eldora on Friday. Saturday night, Sandusky Speedway back in action. It's $1 night and season championship night. Pure Stocks running for $600 to win, the All-American Iron. Also in action, Renegades $500 to win for them. The beginner stocks, gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission is
$1.
yes.
I love the dollar night over there, man. That's a good time.
$1
Dollar
general
dogs,
admission,
dollar
$1
beer.
hot dogs, $1 beer, $1 Pepsi products.
Oh, yeah.
At Sandusky Speedway. Oakshade Raceway, after taking last weekend off, back in action with a full show of late model sportsmen, Dominator Super Stocks. Gates open at 4, racing at 7, general admission $14. Fremont Speedway back in action after the fair.
Finally.
Bauman Auto Group Championship night. It's also championship night for the AFCS series as well. They'll be crowning champions in the 410 sprints in, the 305s. Dirt Trucks back in action. Corey, are you going to be out there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got some ground to make up on the P51s, so.
Are you in the championship hunt there?
Yeah, had we not an oil filter break off or a DQ or the other situation that happened with the end, we'd be we've had 3 nights that were terrible. So, well, we're just coming off of a win. So we're hoping to keep the momentum going. And, the luck of the Ron Miller, the Hammer Down report.
Oh, that's true. I forgot
That's
about
it.
that.
Like, I'm looking forward to Saturday. I was already looking forward to Saturday. We got a nice little tune-up on her and some fresh rubber on there, so we'll be all right.
Gates open at 4, Fremont Racing at 7, general admission $22 on Saturday night. Butler Motor Speedway in action with the 6th annual John Reeve Memorial, 410 Sprints, UMP Modified, Street Stocks, and 4 cylinders all in action. Gates open at 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $15 out at Butler. And then, of course, Eldora Speedway, the big one, the 53rd World 100. $56,000 a win for the UMP Dirt Late Models. Gates open at noon, racing at 8 p.m. on Saturday. General admission $45 for that program. Ron, you going to be racing? You said your arm's good, right?
My arm's good. The car's
Not
quite.
ready. Okay.
next week.
Other series action this weekend. The Tuscarora 50 weekend was supposed to start tonight at Port Royal Speedway. This was some late breaking news from Dave, called in just before we started. Tonight has been canceled, but that should continue tomorrow, Friday night. Tomorrow is Friday, and Saturday night at Port Royal Speedway. That's the All-Stars. World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. They'll be in action with the Gold Cup Race of Champions. That's tonight through Saturday at Silver Dollar Speedway in Chico, California. ARCA Menard Series. They're going to be at Kansas Speedway for the Sioux Chief Fast Track 150. That's Friday night, 6 p.m. on FS1. The IndyCar Series, I believe this is their final race of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it is.
The Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey at Laguna Seca in California. That's Sunday at 2:30 on NBC. That's 2:30 Eastern, not local time. NASCAR Truck Series back in action at the Kansas Lottery 200 at Kansas Speedway. That's Friday night, 9 p.m. on FS1. Xfinity Series, it's Kansas Lottery 300 at Kansas Speedway on Saturday. That's at 3 o'clock on NBC. And then the Hollywood Casino 400 for the Cup Series at Kansas Speedway, Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. on USA Network. Castrol Flow Racing Night in America is back next week with the 4th annual One for the Road. That's Tuesday night, September 12th at Fairbury Speedway with the late models there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Weekend weather pit stop, Ron. How's the weather looking for this weekend?
Scott, the weather's going to be fine, but it's going to be chilly. Bring a sweatshirt.
It's going to get hot on Sunday.
Let's go.
But we're not racing Sunday, so I guess it doesn't
Bring
matter.
a sweatshirt, bring a jacket. Lows during the night are going to be in the mid-50s. We won't see temperatures like that till 3 or 4 in the morning. If you're unlucky enough to be at one of those tracks, good luck.
All right, let's give away this Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker and wrap things up for this week's show. Let's take a look at the comments here. Joshua Schoenauer says 138 cars.
Ooh.
$10 bill, you can get hammered. I think I missed something in the conversation there. All right.
Championship night at Palmyra as well.
Oh, well, okay, yeah. That's tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
I think it
Yep,
is.
they run Fridays.
Well, good luck to our Hammer Down Racing Army members that are racing out there. Soldiers, I guess they'd
Right.
be.
That's a tough track, dude. You want to get in shape for racing season? Go up there and run one heat race.
I haven't been up there since.
Holy moly!
I think it was the first or second year he built that dirt track. But
it
it looks like it's changed quite a bit.
They'll get you in shape, man, real quick.
All right, let's do this drawing. We got to share the screen. Giveaway tool. Here we go. We got 15 people entered with hashtag DCR. And who's going home with the Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker this week? Is it going to be David Keegan again?
Cory McCaughey.
Are you in there?
Yeah.
Did you? Nancy Schoenauer.
All right.
She won one already.
I think maybe.
I think so. Well, now she has another one she can give to Cory McCaughey if she wants. So congratulations, Nancy. We can make arrangements to bring that to the track, or you can pick it up from Ron Miller Race Cars. You have 30 days
To do it.
That's it. Yes. Let's remove that, and that's really about it for this edition of the Hammer Down Racing Report. Thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer and contributors John Young, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter or X, whatever we're calling it now, at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Listen to us on your favorite podcasting platform, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. You can also check us out at HammerdownRacingReport.com. There's Hammerdown Racing Report apparel. This is Hammerdown. On there, we have a store, shows. You can listen to it if you want to be a sponsor, sponsorship information on there as well. And also, it helps if you rate and review us on any of those podcasting platforms as well. It's good. Thanks to our sponsors, DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, Oakshade Raceway, Ram Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos. And thanks to our guests this week, Dennis Whisman Jr. and Sr.
Yeah.
I should say Sr. and Jr.
Right.
Because he was the unexpected one. And, of course, Cory McCaughey with the Showdown Series, a couple of big events. September 30th at Oakshade, Fremont Speedway, October 6th. We'll keep you updated on that as the purse. We should have like a tote board, as each week. As,
like one of those, like a thermometer.
Like a thermometer, yes.
Yeah.
As it goes up. The goal is $30 million.
There you go. So it'll be just a sliver right now.
No, it's just a really big thermometer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Any last thoughts from Cory McCaughey?
Actually, I would like to thank everybody that's helped so far. Especially my girlfriend Katie. She's phenomenal with this stuff. She's the reason I'm organized mostly, and she does a great job on the flyers. Oakshade Raceway, especially, they've done, just reaching out alone, let alone everything else and all the conversations that we've had. Fremont Speedway with their faith and everything else. KC Engineering, Black Swamp Heating and Air, Dittman Motorsports, Monster Dick and Cider. Yes, that is a real sponsor. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it actually is. Wagner Home Improvements, Great Lakes Garage Doors, Tits Out for Bob, Sandblast.
See, it's people like you why we can't be on the radio.
I know. I'm terrible. I have a terrible memory anyways, so Blastmaster Sandblasting. Everybody else that helps, my crew guys, all the stuff, everything that it takes to do these things. I really appreciate it all. And you guys especially, man. You give a platform for these type of things, so thank you.
And we don't really make a lot of money at this. Actually, we don't make any money at this. We cover our costs.
It's the same.
So
we just have a different vehicle.
We do it for the love of sport, just like you
do this. I do that. For no
apparent reason, because we're insane.
For darn near 300 shows, Scott.
No, that's true. Yeah.
You gotta have a special guest for your 300, or like a reunion, or like a birthday party, or something weird.
We want to do something on location. We were talking about doing something at Big D's. I haven't talked to Dean.
What's in 3 weeks?
It's your thing.
No, that's like in 3.5 weeks.
Well, that's like 3 days after our 30th or 300th show.
Huh. So maybe have your 300. Well, you're going to be racing and announcing.
Yeah.
I don't know how you even do that, but
I don't want to have to do a show, race, and announce.
That's a whole lot to do. Maybe do like
I'd have less hair than Ron.
Like a 4 p.m. show from like the line getting in.
I thought about that. Maybe.
Yeah. Do something like that for your 300 show. Like just postpone it.
If I can talk them into getting access to their internet, and their internet actually works decent enough, because I don't get enough signal out there on my phone.
Sure.
But maybe we'll talk about
something special, man.
We'll try my new AT&T phone, which is certainly better than its predecessor.
300.
Maybe we can bring some Big D's pizza out there.
Do like a Spartan theme thing, like the 300 movie.
Oh
yeah,
I get it now. Yeah. Okay, we're done. Get out and support your local track this weekend. You got a lot to choose from. A lot of big races going on this weekend. Good luck to you Friday night or Saturday night at Fremont.
I think I've just earned all the luck I need.
There you go. So we'll be back in action next Thursday night. We'll have the tote board with how much the Showdown Series will be paying at each track. It should be a competition, really.
I don't necessarily want.
No, you don't want it to be a competition.
Pit people, because then there's a loser. If there's a winner, there's a loser.
Oh, well,
you know what I'm saying? And
everybody's a winner. At this point.
That's what I'm getting at. Everybody is a winner. Like that is the goal. That's why we have so many different little events and stuff. Everybody walks away with some money. Everybody wins. I don't know what they pay over at Toledo for the factory stocks. I think it's like $125 or $150. Like, show up and you're probably going to get more money than that.
So hopefully Gabrielle brings some of her friends
this
year.
Yeah, I talk a lot of smack to the asphalt drivers that I know every time.
No, you don't.
About how much it must suck to be that the one girl that races has more balls than all of you. So
I think she ended up 5th in points too.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. Good on her. And she's running the half mile now, I see too. So
is she?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yep.
That. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool,
We
man.
might have to get her
Sportsman
back
car.
on the show.
Yep.
Well, when she wins the Showdown series, we'll bring her back on.
Oh, she wins the Showdown series. We'll have a party for her. I know she's not old enough yet. I will party for her.
Fair enough. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next Thursday, 7 o'clock. I don't know who we'll have. It'll be a surprise.
Thanks
be
a
good
lot. Good night, Barb Ganser.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.